When learning how to code or program, it's a very overwhelming task. With figuring out where to start, what language to learn, what framework to learn, what even is a framework, what's a database, and how to actually go about it. One of the worst things that can happen is analysis paralysis and not even being able to know where to start or actually getting started. In today's video, we're going to be going over a blockchain full stack developer roadmap, teach you and show you exactly where to start and how to get going from 0 to 100. My name is Anthony with the Blockchain Dojo, where we turn you into a blockchain ninja and a Solidity expert. If you learned something new, please like and subscribe and stay tuned for more content. Let's get started. With blockchain development, I always suggest starting at the very beginning and starting at the basics. There are a lot of channels out there that'll tell you can get started right into Web3 development, learning Solidity, and of course you can, but my suggestion would be learning the foundations of the web and how everything works first before moving into that. With that being said, that leads us right into our first point of the very first thing that you need to learn: HTML and CSS. HTML is a hypertext markup language, which is essentially everything you see on a website stems from HTML. Now, base HTML is very plain. It's very 90s internet, if you were to think of it, which is where CSS comes in. CSS stands for cascading style sheets, which is how someone would style the HTML to make it more user-friendly and a better user interface and user experience. After learning HTML and CSS, you want to learn JavaScript. Now I suggest learning the vanilla JavaScript and implementing JS and JavaScript functions into the front end. Some examples would be like adding a dark mode, files, font changer, form submissions, and things along those lines. After learning the core HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, I suggest moving into React and learning how to build front ends with the React framework. React.js is one of the most popular frameworks for front-end development currently. After React, I suggest learning Node and Express and learning the backend. While React, you can build client-side websites that interact with the blockchain directly. Learning Node and Express is how you can learn how to build server-side applications, as well as work with APIs, creating APIs and making API requests yourself. After learning the backend, I would suggest going into database and database management. While database management isn't as prevalent in the Web3 world as the blockchain works as its own smart database, it's still important to know the concepts of it and learn how to work with like SQL and the SQL programming language. Query language, I should say, actually. After database management, you want to learn Next.js. Now, Next.js is React, but server-side. So you can build server-side React components, and it has a lot more out-of-the-box features built into it that React would need external dependencies for, such as like React Router is built right into the Next file routing system. After you learned Next, you've kind of mastered the basis of Web 2. I was just moving into your Solidity basics. Now, Solidity is where you get your intro into the Web 3 world. You want to learn the Solidity syntax and smart contract designs, as well as best practices. After you've learned the basics, you want to build a basic Solidity project, such as like an NFT, a cryptocurrency, an auction, something along those lines. After building your basic project, you want to continue building projects until you get to a more advanced level, like an automated market maker, or a more unique use case for specific NFT or ERC standards, as well as even just working on building a full application that works with multiple smart contracts interacting together. After you've learned more of the advanced Solidity, you want to go into smart contract security. There have been massive amounts of hacks that have happened throughout the last couple years, even from the start of Ethereum. We've covered these hacks quite frequently on this channel, but in order to avoid your project getting hacked, learning the best practices for smart contract security and auditing is a very important step. After you've mastered Web 2, Web 3, and smart contract auditing and security, you want to bring it all together with a real-world full-stack project that will implement everything you've learned and really showcase your skills. Now, you can do this with one very large project that you work over the course of, like, say, 3 to 6 months, or multiple little projects. But ultimately, you want to make sure you bring your project from start to finish up to production quality. A few good resources to actually learn these languages and technologies are available for free online or for a very low cost. One of the biggest channels that I actually follow that I learned a lot from would be DApp University. Another great resource is Udemy. They have a ton of courses that you can get for super cheap, anywhere from like $10 to $20, or you can sign up for their monthly subscription and get access to a ton of courses. Udemy is actually one of my favorite resources, and whenever I need to learn something new, or a new language, or a new topic, I go check Udemy out, go through a quick course, and then apply those topics to my next project. Codecademy is also a great resource to get hands-on experience with building projects from start to finish. They have a very step-by-step holding your hand through the process. And then YouTube, there's tons of other, There's tons of other resources and learning material all throughout YouTube, as well as other educational websites. If you learned something new, please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more content. And if this roadmap helped you, please leave a comment below. Stay tuned for the next one.